Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? I made a fatal mistake. I am a 27-year-old Zimbabwean woman who is currently staying here in South Africa. I thought that what I was doing, whatever that I was doing, I was helping out my husband. So I got married to my husband, who is a South African man. At that time, he told me that he wanted to receive his payout and not simply receiving it. He wanted to reinvest it. He was not sure what kind of a business he wanted to do, but he said that if it was possible, he wanted to get himself involved in the logistics industry. But he doubled down and he said, it is far much better that I invest this money. And then we used some of the cars. We had 2 Polo Vivos that we had sitting at home, and he purchased 2 more vehicles on account, and then he wanted to put them all on Bolt. So the very first few days, because of the money that we had put out, it was quite a lot. Like, we were like broke, dead broke. We were staying in a nice house, in a nice complex, but there were times when we did not even have food at home. Situation was so bad. Mind you, at home, I was once married back home in Zim. So the problem was that I got married at a very young age. So instead of me taking my child by the time that I divorced my ex-husband, then they took advantage of my age. Then he forced me to leave my daughter. So right now my daughter is staying with her grandmother. So this woman, she loves money a lot, always demanding. Sometimes she will send me some pictures showing me that my daughter is hungry, she has no clothes. So I am always a desperate woman, always looking for cash. The moment that my husband stopped working and got his cash out, I thought that we should just use that money to live a carefree life. I told him that business is a lot of stress. It is far much better to work than for you to be a businessman whereby you are employing other people, because when you are working for someone else, you do not care whether the money is getting into the company or not. At the end of the month, all that you want is your money, and nothing else. So my husband, him being an entrepreneur, he said, no, this is the only way that we can make more money. So we bought the cars, put them on the road, one problem after the other. I had this other man who is from Zim, who ended up running away with the money. Instead of him cashing money on a daily basis, we're still learning this thing of Bolt. So we said, no, what you do is that you will cash in each and every Sunday. So we counted the 7 days when he was supposed to come to bring the money. He ran away with the money, and that car, it needed some maintenance, some tires, as well as some basic maintenance. We started taking more money from the bank, repairing that car. So we were behind on the money that we were owing. And as for my husband, he was cool praying and doing that. But as for me, I really do not believe in God as such. I do believe that our ancestors, they are the ones that have the power to change any kind of a situation. I went down on my knees and I told myself that it was far much better that I speak with my own ancestors. I then joined this other group. You know that on YouTube, if you can search, there are a lot of channels that teach about Zimbabwean spiritualism and how do we speak with our ancestors as Zimbabweans. So that was when I started following this other big channel. They used to give out phone numbers of the traditional healers that they would have interviewed on their channel. Spoke with that woman. She told me that strictly she only deals with this certain type of ancestral spirits that we call Manjuzu in Shona, or in other cultures they call them the marine spirits, the spirits of the mermaids. I was more than happy. And then we kept on talking. She will charge me per session. She will be charging me 500 rand, which I was okay with because I was able to squeeze that little bit of money. I would even lie to my husband that the Bolt driver did not give me anything. He said that he's going to give me this money on a certain day, knowing that no, this was me just using that money to consult with different traditional healers. This woman then said that, young woman, I have seen, and my magic mirror has revealed to me that on you definitely there is a marine spirit. So I want you to find any Indian shop that sell the fabrics, and I want you to buy a 2-meter one. It should be white, and the other one should be satin and gold in color. You should keep them underneath your bed so that when you are making love to your husband, then your marine spirits will be able to connect with your husband so that he can tap into your blessings. And from there on, when I started doing this, that was when I started to notice that there is no spirit, and I repeat, there is no spirit that bless you as much as the marine spirits. When you are working with them properly, if you do not do wrong against them, then you know very well that they are going to bless you properly. Suddenly, my husband started getting tenders, and the first tender that he got, it was offering him large sums of money for his business. This was a big opportunity. So I was supposed to rush back to Zim, but him being him, he is a man that is very jealous. He said, what are you going to do back home? No, you're not going back to Zim. We are going back together. So I said, well, we need to go because I need to see my relatives. But I was scared to tell him that there was a traditional ceremony that I was supposed to attend, which was happening at the traditional healer's place, and this was part of the covenant that I had made with the marine spirit. I was supposed to go there to dedicate my womb, not like I will never be able to give birth, but I had been told that I was only going to be able to give birth to girls so that when they grow up, this marine spirit can keep on following them and following their own daughters. So this was like an oath that I had taken, that they can follow my bloodline, these marine spirits, following my daughters and their daughters after that for 5 generations. This is what I had been told by that traditional healer. Unfortunately, I could not go there. The marine spirit was angry. We kept on making money. When I saw that we were making money, I stopped doing the rituals because my husband nearly caught me one day when I was performing one of the rituals, because I was supposed to be alone in a room, and then I take an egg, and after taking that egg, take a white dinner plate and place that egg on top of that white dinner plate, take some sweets and some wine and just offer them to the marine spirits, break that egg as well as just leave the sweets there and pour the wine on the floor. When I would wake up in the morning, the plate will be squeaky clean, including the room, as if someone would have come and vacuumed all the dirt that I would have left on the floor. Unfortunately, one night when I woke up, I thought that maybe there was something that was taking place, and the problem was that I had started cheating with one of his friends. When your husband gets too busy to make love to you, as a woman, you forget about the vows that you have taken the moment that you were getting married to him. So I started sleeping with his best friend, which was making me to be dirty, and that is what the marine spirits do not want. If they want you to date multiple men, they will tell you, but if they don't want that, if you go and offer sacrifices to them when you are dirty like that, they will just get angry at you. I had an abortion. That is what caused the current situation. As we are talking right now, my husband, he had managed to buy 5 trucks. All of them, they are stuck because of me. Should I tell him? Maybe he can use his own ancestors to cleanse me, but I'm scared because once I tell him, then I need to be honest with him about the cheating that happened between me and his friend. I really do not know. I thought that I was helping my husband, but I never knew that these marine spirits, they are so quick to anger when you have wronged them. When you post my story, please tell me, because I'll be following through in the comment section. Hi, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our sister right there. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Can you just imagine? Yeah, ne?